I have a question. Where are all the good men at? And I am being so serious right now. I am being for real. I want to know where the good men are at. If you're someone who dates men,
Why is it always women that have hit the wall? Okay, how old is she? What are we doing here? She's hit the wall. She's walking around in her Hunter S. Thompson shades, asking about men. Like, what are we doing here? Why didn't you get a man when you were younger, when you were more attractive, when you were more pleasant? Now you're just kind of. And she even says it later on in the video. Actually, it's right here on the screen. Look on the screen. If you are someone who dates men and also hates men, so she is already saying that she doesn't like men. Okay, maybe hate strong of a word, but she just doesn't like men. A lot of men have accepted the fact that they will never get unconditional love. It just really doesn't happen for a lot of men. If you're one of the rare men out there that have that, congratulations. However, it has been shown that a lot of times when men fail to provide what they've been providing, what they are expected to provide, a lot of times that love goes away and they'll get divorced, they'll get broke up, the woman will just leave, and it's a lot of stuff happens. So this right here, her coming out with this, well, I will be completely honest with you, ma'am. The reason you're not meeting good men is because you hate men. So you're going to be experiencing a lot of men that are probably not very good men. Okay, you're putting yourself in those situations. You've been putting yourself in those situations for over a decade, and you are loaded down with trauma. And now you want a good man. Well, good men are not looking for a woman like you. Unfortunately for you, this isn't going to happen. You are, your destiny is already chosen at this point. If you haven't locked down a good man by now, every year that passes, the odds are just it doesn't look good for you. It's not looking good for you at all.
men and also hates men, I feel like those things are at conflict. And I personally just don't want to carry that around anymore. It's too heavy. It's too much. And I want to heal from it. I want to move on. But I feel like where I'm lacking and where we are lacking societally is just having these positive examples of men being good men.
The positive examples of these men being good. Here's the thing. The positive examples of these men being good, you've pushed them away. You have pushed them away. They are now doing their own thing. Okay. A lot of men have just stopped even caring about entertaining women like this. I'm not even talking about dating. I'm talking about straight up entertaining, talking to women that are like this. It is something that has been happening for many, many years at this point. I actually think it's been happening for almost over a decade. Okay. But that's probably because I've been seeing it, and I've been, that was when I was in my 20s. And so I've seen this progression. Okay. And I completely blame it on social media access. There's a lot of different factors that factor into why women think this way and behave this way, how they can think that they can do whatever they want to do in their 20s, just live life by the edge of their seat and go and spend time with however many men, however many nights, and rack up insanely amounts of just trauma from all of these different types of men. And then they are at the end of their life with really nothing to offer a man at all. And now they're like, okay, well, where are the good men? These good men are married, or these good men are spending time with themselves and in their peace. Why would they want to involve a woman with over a decade of trauma to ruin that? They won't.
And being safe, men being trustworthy. So if you have examples of this, I want to know about it. Please share about it. Put it in the comments. Men, if you're seeing this, please chime in. Please pipe in. Like, are we safe with you? How can we feel safe with you? How can we stop carrying around this hate for men, especially when we want to be with you? I want to love men so badly, and I do, but sometimes it's hard to feel safe with y'all. So where are the good men at?
No, you want to love an attractive man, and you want him to love you back. It's all about the optics with women like this, especially when they hit this age. She will be getting a lot older whenever she realizes that it's not going to work out for her, and then she will lower her standards a lot. She's already lowered her standards at this point. You can tell, like, in her mind, she kind of has an idea of the type of guy she wants. But then again, a lot of these women, they're not looking for love. Okay. They're looking for the finish line, bankroll simp that we all know, the guy that's established. And even if this is a good man, she will still make excuses. Oh, well, he doesn't make enough, or he's not tall enough. Always pictured myself with a taller man, or a man that makes more money, or, so it's all goes back to that beginning statement that you cannot satisfy modern women. It's not going to happen.
Nothing gives me the ick more than a man.
Girl, who hurt you? Who hurt you? I know we're trying to be funny, but the way I just can't relate to this. And you would think someone who had to watch their father die at the age of 16 and then continue their life and grow up without a father figure would have some sort of daddy issues.
Absolutely not. I will completely disagree with this. I think that if a little girl has her dad in her formative years, in her, preteen years, her childhood years, up until early teenage years, she is going to be perfectly fine. Just like this young lady here. She seems perfectly well-rounded. She seems like she has a lot of common sense. But the issue is that a large majority of women out here right now have been raised by single moms. They're in single mom households. I say large majority. Maybe it's not a majority. Maybe it's just a bunch of women. And they're just really loud online. Nobody really. In my head, I kind of think that over the past decade, single moms have been more prevalent. And that's just what I've been seeing online. They push the dads out of the house. They're living on the government. They're living on the child support that is being funded through the courts. So the man is not involved at all. Maybe a weekend, a month, if the mom allows it. Sometimes the men don't even get any access to the kids. It's insane how the courts do. But no, absolutely not. If a little girl has her dad in her life in her formative years, she's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. However, some of these women, they've never had a dad at all. They have no concept, that there is no frame of reference for what a real man is, or what an actual man is, what a good man is, well, whatever kind of adjective you want to throw in front of that. They have no frame of reference. They have no idea what that looks like. So all they know is, oh, that man over there is attractive. That's someone that, I need to go be with, not knowing that, well, it really has nothing to do with looks.
But I can't say that I hate men. I've chosen to surround myself by very strong, protective men. And I'm not trying to rub that in your face, but what I'm saying is what you're looking for, you will find. So
that's exactly what I said earlier. That's exactly what I said. She grew up with a father, so she knows what a protective man is, what a providing man is, what a good man is. So she is going to surround herself with those men. And look, she is acting like a proper woman. So yeah, I'm not surprised. But you have women that are walking around asking, where are the good men? Where are all the men? I hate men. Men are shit. And it's very tiresome, because it's all the same sort of echo chamber rhetoric that they feed themselves. It's just this vicious cycle. And then you have women, which we have one more clip coming up where I'll comment on that as well. We have women that are trying to let other women know, but this video, you guys, 282 likes. Women are not watching this video. This video was sent to the men. That's why I saw it in my feed.
if you're looking for red flags, you're going to find the red flags, girl. If you're looking for green flag men, leaders, they're patient, they're kind, they're protective, they're supportive, you're gonna find that. And I can even go as far to say, as all the friends that have chosen men to be with in their lives are like the same way. I guess we're just surrounded by very strong men. And I'm not saying there's not shitty ones out there. There definitely are. But we weren't looking for them.
There is shitty people everywhere. Men, women, children, babies. I mean, well, maybe not babies. They haven't done anything, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, it's not a male female thing, as much as social media and as much as maybe other people want there to be like fighting amongst, men and women. There's bad and there's shitty men and women everywhere. All of this, and in my opinion, all of this starts from the home. It's happening. Okay. We have more single mothers now than ever before, and it's affecting how these children think. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. You can't expect generations of men being raised by single moms to be super masculine, while at the same time, generations of women being raised by single moms and for them to be feminine. It's just not that's not how any of this works.
Another female's comment, it is not our job to maintain him. He has to maintain himself inside the marriage. Must have morals and integrity. Cheating is a character flaw. Just because married doesn't mean it all ends. He must continue, and then she said, to date the female. So again, you're putting all of the blame on the man. You're saying if he's not doing all of this, I'm taking away this. Right? Is that I'm asking truly, because that's
because women like this commenter, which I haven't watched the entirety of this video, but I'm pretty sure she is just from the like count and from the interactions with this video. I'm just thinking that it's more men centric is her point of view here. But this comment, this woman right here, yes, skewing accountability, skirting accountability, pushing that blame onto someone else is exactly what women like this like to do. And with June coming up, we all know that it is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. It is the only month of the year that is dedicated just for men. And I think it's great that it's dedicated to men's mental health, because that is very important to me. Past couple of weeks, I've been away from work. You might have noticed that I haven't been able to upload any videos. I didn't have access. This is my first recorded video back. So I just want to say thank you guys for your support. I really do appreciate it. I lost around 150 subscribers on that during that 3 weeks. So if you are not subscribed, or if you are subscribed, when you share my channel, if you're not subscribed, can you please subscribe? I would like to get some of these subscriber numbers up, and I try my very best to make daily videos. It just doesn't really work out sometimes. That's really frustrating for me, especially because I'm not really trying to like be a big, huge YouTube channel. That's really not the goal here. But I think the more men see videos like this of women talking this way and doing the things they do, I think it helps them realize the reality of just what's happening in the world. And I think men do not see content like this on TikTok, on Instagram, or anything, because it's a totally different algorithm. You know, it's going to be pushed out to different people. This is mainly what women see. And for any man that can see this, and if it helps him just a little bit, I think that's enough for me. So please share the channel, subscribe if you're not subscribed, like the videos, interact with them, leave a comment. It'll push me further into the algorithm. I really would appreciate it, you guys.
That's what it looks like. It looks like you're blaming the man for a relationship failure, when in all actuality, most men, most really good men, continue to try. Even though, you know, you have kids, you get married, you get in a routine of going to work, paying bills, you know, focus on kids, cleaning the house, yada, yada. I understand that you get in a rut routine of the daily, but it takes two people to contribute to it. And I'm pretty sure he's still trying to be intimate with his wife. He's still trying to show her he loves her. And it's not only after he gets shut down time and time and time again. I'm too tired. I was with the kids all day. I did this. I did that. Meanwhile, he busted his ass for 16 hours, blue collar man, for the family to pay all the bills so she could stay at home and do those things. And I'm not saying those things aren't hard, because I was a single parent for 3 years, and I brought in 2 incomes on my own and took care of a house on my own. So,
and all that would be fine. But what you're seeing here with modern women is they refuse to communicate. They just sit there. They feel like a man should read their mind, and they should know. This man should just automatically know everything that needs to be done, everything that needs to be taken care of. And that is not the case. That is never going to be the case. Men are not mind readers. So all the while, the man is communicating to his wife, the husband's communicating to his wife, saying, hey, look, you know, I want to be intimate with you. I need some, you know, let's spend the night together tonight. Let's do what married couples do. All the while, the woman is saying, oh, well, she has a headache. The wife doesn't want to do it, and is not telling him why. But it's not because she has a headache. It's because he did something that pissed her off and she is refusing to tell him what it is. So she's using, you know, denial of bedroom activities as leverage and as a punishment, if you want to think of it that way. A lot of women do this and they think it's good to do. Like men will just, it's not good to do. It is not good to do, especially if you want a healthy relationship or a healthy marriage.
So I'm not saying that it's an easy task to do the at-home stuff. I'm saying both people are contributing into this core relationship. And he's the one still trying to be intimate, and you're the one, because we hold the power. Remember, we hold the power. If we don't say yes, they don't get it. And I'm not talking about grape incidents. I'm talking about regular mutual consent here. So we hold the power. So when he continuously tries to be intimate with us and he continuously tries to approach us and do those things for us, and we're constantly saying, no, my stomach hurts. No, I'm too tired. No, I got a headache. No. Do you know what that does to a man's mental? Of course he's going to check out mentally.
Yes, absolutely. That's exactly what I'm saying. If you keep denying a man, okay, it is going to affect him mentally. I don't care what kind of man you are. If you are in a relationship, if you are married and you love this woman that you're with and she continuously denies you intimacy, it is going to make you feel a certain way. Okay. That's just facts. That is going to happen. And women refuse to accept accountability on this. They just think like, oh, well, he can go without it. Or it's not even about that. It's, you know, he's putting everything he can into this relationship and you are refusing to do just the bare minimum at this point. You're just refusing to do it because you're pissed off over something that doesn't matter.
He's going to check out mentally. He's going to stop doing things in the house. He's going to disconnect from that family dynamic completely. And he's just going to run on autopilot. I got a phone call. He's just going to run on autopilot. He's going to show up. He's going to pay the bills. He's going to do the thing. He's going to do the bare minimum because he's been told no so many times by the woman that he loves, committed his life to, and now he can no longer be intimate with her, which is like the only reason why he, you know, like a man's not going to marry a woman without intimacy. It's not happening. It's not happening. Not any abled person that is healthy and able to have intimacy is not going to marry somebody that doesn't want it.
And a lot of times men are very adamant on that because it's very important to a lot of men. I would say for 100% of men, it's important because if they are in a relationship with a woman, if they are married to a woman, it is because they love that woman and they want to, you know, show her and be intimate with her. A lot of times women marry men and are in relationships for men, not because they love them, but because they provide something that woman wants. And so she feels like she doesn't have to provide that thing for him because, well, he doesn't need it. And the thing that the man could provide, it could be money. It could be stability. It could be safety. It could be, you know, like she's a single mom. It could be, you know, take care of the kid. It could be anything. Okay, that's why it is always conditional, because once that man doesn't do that thing, well, guess what? That man's not getting any more love or anything else.
I got another phone call, so I'm going to try to wrap this up quick. Point being, a man will wait a really long time before he decides to step out. It is the woman that breaks him down so bad mentally before he gets to that point. A good man. I'm not talking about the habitual cheaters that you start dating and they trick you and I have a client calling me repeatedly, so it's not going to stop until I stop. So anyway, that's what I'm talking about. This is a problem. You're part of the problem. Men are not always the whole issue. And that.
Okay, I'm going to stop her there because she's probably going to need a couple more phone calls. And honestly, it's just kind of pissing me off. But yeah, she's absolutely right. Okay, it's a two-person thing. A relationship is two people. A lot of times women just want to show up. And you've heard the videos where what do they bring to the table? Oh, they bring their feminine presence. They just they're in the room and that's all they need to be. That's all they need to do. They just need to be alive in the room and they're doing everything they need to do in the relationship. And that's just not, that relationship is not going to last. It's just not going, it's not going to last at all. So we've seen this time and time again. It keeps happening and women keep denying that it's the reason it's happening. And well, what do you think? You think this is going to change anytime soon? I honestly think that, well, we have a long way to go before any of this gets fixed. You have newer generations of women. They are also getting raised on social media. They're also getting raised to get that dopamine hit, you know, when they get the comments, when they get the likes, when they post that video and it, you know, gets a lot of attention, they like that feeling. And so they are going to continue to chase that feeling. And that feeling is going to lead them down a road where they think that they are better than every single man they come across. And then you get this attitude that, well, they're better than this man, so this man has to do everything for them, basically like his slave. And that is just not how relationships work. But let me know what you guys think. Leave me a comment down below. I'm working on a few videos for next month. I'm going to try my hardest to get those out in a regular manner because YouTube does not like it when I have to take care of life and when I have to work and I'm not next to my PC. But if you could share this video, subscribe, get your friends to subscribe. Let me know if any of my clips have ever helped you, and I will catch you guys later.